Hey y'all, today I'm Mickey and today I'm going to be reviewing episode 14 of Fruit Baskets. And this episode was, wow! It was one of the top episodes of this series by far, and let me explain why. First off, this episode has a lot of plot progression because in the first half it focuses on Memoji and the struggles of him regarding his family. And then after we get that out of the way, then the second half it's pretty much just Toru, Hanajima, Kyo, Yuki, and the blonde-haired friend pretty much visiting the grave of Kyoko, which is Toru's mother. And then after that, we get introduced into a plot point where you have Kyo even apologize to Toru while Toru's asleep. So we got through two major things, and then we got introduced to another plot point because now it makes you wonder, why the hell is Kyo apologizing for? So all in all, a lot of great stuff in this episode. And then aside from it doing really well from a story standpoint, it did pretty well from a character standpoint because now from Memoji, at least it puts into context his first meeting with Toru. He was actually there all this time just to see his mother from a distance, because apparently when a mother has a baby that's like one of the zodiac animals, they're born as like an animal, and either they're super protective or they reject. And Memoji was in a situation where he was rejected by his mother, and his mother stabbed herself, and then they had to pretty much erase her memories, which was really sad to see. I felt it when I saw that sequence. I was like, damn. And that only makes me appreciate Memoji's character more when you hear his ambitions, where he wants to live a life where he remembers all of his memories, and he doesn't want him to have them erased at all. So it makes him a more stronger and impactful character now, so that when I do see the character again, it not only is a character having fun, but it's a character that's went through their struggles and it's trying their best to like live life despite that, despite only being able to observe his mom from a distance. And aside from that, I also like how in this episode, at the very least, you get to see that his father really does care about Memoji. So that is a nice element about this episode too. And it really makes me feel for him. And the sequence with Toru hugs Memoji and Toru's crying was a really, really beautiful and emotional sequence. And that right there, wow. It was impressive, to say the least. One of the best sequences in this whole series by far. Then aside from that, getting more insight on Memoji. I also like how in this episode it gave us more insight in regards to Kyoko, because we find out that Kyoko was actually Crimson Butterfly, and she used to ride on a bike, all badass motorcycle bike. And Kyoko was a big fan of Toru's mother, so that was cool too. And we get some more insight on Hanajima, where she mentioned stuff like, say, her wave thing can only really apply to living people because they give off strong waves, but not to the dead because they give off weak waves. So at least now we got that clarified, because Kyo does ask, can she sense like the dead or any of that kind of stuff, or ghosts or spirits? So that was also a nice sequence too. And we get more insight of her character when she says something along the lines of, if Toru would have married, she would be crying. And that was really sweet and cute. And at the same time, it was cool to see how observant she was when she mentions that Kyo and Yuki have a lot of waves, like a lot of negative waves emitting from them. And due to that, they're probably not going to make any romantic moves towards Toru until that stuff is settled. And that was pretty interesting. It puts into perspective why there hasn't been any romantic developments in the series yet. Because it feels like it always hints towards it, but it stops just enough, and it's nice to finally get to see why. So that was also another layer that I liked added to these characters, because it also adds a layer to Kyo and Yuki, because yeah, they're always at a certain distance. We all know they love Toru, not love as a romantic love, but love Toru as a person, but they haven't made any romantic advancements yet, and I guess now we know why. I mean, we don't know necessarily why, we know the reason, but we don't know the details as to why, most likely there's something in their past that's preventing them from wanting to pursue a romantic relationship at the moment. So that was also nice, and that's why I thought this episode did really well from a character standpoint. And it showed off that there's more to Kyo than meets the eye, too. Considering that this whole episode he was kind of moody, which makes you wonder, what in the hell went on? So this also added intrigue to the episode, and that's what I thought from the character standpoint. It was phenomenal. Our animation wasn't the finest looking Fruit Baskets episode, but when it had to look good, like in the emoji flashback sequences when you see his past, it looked fucking good. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, but I also like how it gave you more details about Toru's grandfather, where he actually did visit the grave of Kyoko. So that was a little sweet sequence there too, where it mentioned that he actually cleaned up the grave of Kyoko. That's pretty nice. And as for the art, it got the job done. Soundtrack was nice, and the new opening and ending themes were pretty lit, I gotta say. Especially the ending sequence. I love its unique animation style. I thought it was really cute. And I actually like the ending theme more than the first one, I gotta say. So I gotta give it props to that. Now for the opening, I like the first opening more than this one, but the opening here is still good, the second one. And I liked it and I had fun watching it. And taking all these factors in consideration, y'all, I'm gonna rate this episode a 10 out of 10. And honestly, cannot wait for the next episode, because I'm definitely pumped up to see more. So anyways, guys and gals, these are my thoughts on Fruit Baskets episode 14. Be sure to comment down your thoughts on the episode in the comment section below. Be sure to rate the video, subscribe. And I'll see you guys later if you subscribe for more, because I'm definitely pumped up for next week. To see what Kyoko said. To see why Kyoko said that, because fuck, I'm almost tempted to read the manga, but I got to resist that temptation. Oh! But I'm so tempted to read that darn manga, to read this manga. Oh, I know I'd probably love it. But then if I read the manga, then my live reaction videos, I wouldn't be able to emote as much if I knew what was coming. So I just gotta resist the temptation. Gotta resist. But yeah, y'all, these are my thoughts. Comment down your thoughts in the comment section below. Be sure to rate the video and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. If you subscribe for more, have a great and safe day, everyone. Bye bye.